the mystery is half solved. Investigators were looking for the family that lived in that home in the Manzanos.
They tracked them down in New York. Now investigators want to know why the home went up in flames, and they suspect arson. News 13's Nancy Laughlin is live in the Newsplex.
Diane, it's hard to believe someone would be depraved enough to deliberately start a fire in the middle of a bone-dry forest. But that may be, just may be, the case.
This is something making too many New Mexicans sick, tired, and scared. A fire in the middle of the forest. But this one's different. This place started in a home, and the Carson house completely gone. So too are the trees surrounding it, 40 acres worth. State police say the family who lives here was gone too, out of state when the fire destroyed their home.
It's been so dry that, everywhere, and then the neighbor's house burning down, and both neighbors on both sides have burned down in the past.
Ray Hamilton and his family live down the road from the house that burned down yesterday, and this isn't the first time they've had a serious scare. They've lived in the Manzanos for nearly 2 decades, and within the past few years, they've seen a lot of changes. Where the neighbors used to live, now dead old burned trees, and the creek out front that once flowed year-round, now.
This year it didn't run at all.
But with fire and drought hitting so close to home, literally, the Hamiltons are doing everything they can to protect it. They've surrounded it with dirt, a drag line, and there are trees, but none too close to the house.
And that's why this house didn't burn down with the 2 neighbors' house going down.
But this is happening throughout too much of New Mexico to too many people. And with investigators trying to figure out if this latest fire is arson.
It makes me nervous for my parents being here.
The state fire marshal says they have taken samples out of the house to see if it's arson, but they say the labs that process that kind of evidence are so overloaded, it could be weeks before they get any answers. Back to you.
Okay, Nancy. Now, at first, investigators didn't know if the family had burned to death in that home or if they had something to do with the fire starting and then vanished. But state police say the homeowners were in New York all along, and they just found out late today they don't have a place to come home to.